everything within this protocol office is to seek the love of Allah. That's all the fikr was for. It wasn't that they would fight over who was right of wearing the khuf for 3 days, 7 days, 14 days, and then they would beat each other up thinking their fiqh was better. Before, the madhabs used to have houses around the Kaaba, and as they made tawaf they would beat each other from the different madhabs because they lost sight of the spirit of the law and they started to become external, in which they would argue about the letter of the law. And we described before the hikmah, the Wahhabis were a punishment from Allah, in which they came with bulldozer and they bulldozed all the houses of the madhabs out because they were misbehaving, they were fighting, and they were fighting over the letter of the law. They said that our madhab is better, this teacher is better, this one is better, this one is better, but they lost the understanding of the spirit of the law. So Allah sent upon the nation the curse of the Wahhabis, in which they threw all those madhabs out of the Kaaba. But you follow the madhabs, but they didn't have any more presence in the presence of the Holy Kaaba. Why? Because again they were following the letter of the law and also not recognizing the spirit of the law, the malakut and the internal or eternal power of the law, the eternal reality of every law. All the laws, Islamic law, religious laws, all of these doctrine are based on the protocol office. Why? To receive the love of Allah from the one whom brought the perfected law of the heavens, the perfected example of the heavens and the perfected character of the heavens. For if the law without character and without spirit is nothing, it can be an oppression. The law can be an oppression if not delivered with the spirit and with good character. And that's why then the power of justice, the power of divine decree is based on the khuluq and the character. To have the weight and the body of understanding laws and disciplines upon the nation, but having the beatific character and understanding how to implement those realities upon people. When they forget the spirit of the law and they become obsessed with the dogma of the letter of the law, they become oppressors to the nation. And all of these, that's why we're trying to give this understanding, all of what's been taught in Islam is from a protocol office. Very easy summary. Everything, whatever hadith you're memorizing, whatever ayahs of Qur'an are being taught, whatever the fiqh and usul and madhab and the jurisprudence, the summary of these madhabs is for a protocol to teach people how to behave in the presence of Allah, how to perfect your character so that you can be presented to the Divinely Presence, how to give the gift of all your good actions into the Divinely Presence. Just like the protocol. The protocol says, okay, take a shower before you come into the presence of this king. Otherwise who can come filthy and dirty with every type of bad energy, bad reality. That office says, then do your good deeds because this is what you'll be presenting into the Divinely Presence. So everything that Islam brings for us in our life is to perfect what we're going to be presenting to God Almighty, to Allah Izzati wa Jalalihi. So everything in the ishq, the love, the example that we're giving of Prophet is what? If you want the best of protocol, love the one whom Allah describes as the best of my creation. قُلْ إِنِ كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي.